Yo, YouTube, what it do? It's your boy King Hutch, back at it again with another banger. Today we're gonna be watching Do All Cheaters Think the Same by Jubilee. It's one of their Spectrum videos. Now listen, something about me, I like to joke around, but I also like to be serious, so I don't know what it's gonna be. It might be one or the other, it depends how stupid this really is. Alright, let's go ahead and get into it.
I enjoyed it. 3, 2, 1, go.
I just like to say, first off, this is a dumb video to be in. I mean, personally, I guess if you're honest, like, you've cheated, cool, whatever, but, like, this is gonna get millions of views or hundreds of thousands of views regardless, you know what I mean? You putting it out there not just for your partner, but for everybody, whoever you involved with. Like, it's so public. Whatever. I guess if I was a cheater, I'm just saying I would cheat discreetly, or like, hey, my bad, yo, like, I wouldn't put it out there for everybody. But that's just me. That's just me.
I was there for it. I was there for the cheating. Like, let me tell you, like, I'm here for it. It's a cathartic.
To those who disagree, how you gonna disagree? You got 40% of y'all said y'all disagree. Like, y'all didn't enjoy it. So y'all did all that for nothing. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, I'm not talking about afterwards, but like, you cheating, you ain't even enjoying cheating. You throwing everything away for nothing. Literally for nothing. Like even the pleasure itself is for nothing, but literally you have not even a short-term benefit gained from it. That's crazy to me.
Versus, it's cool for like the moment while you're in it, and then afterwards I feel horrible. It's like, okay, I'm doing this, I feel good because I'm connecting with someone and I'm not connecting with my partner. And so this feels good to have this sort of connection with someone else.
I cheated in another country. So at that time, I was like, oh nobody's gonna know about this. I don't say anything.
Hey, doesn't count. Doesn't count. That's the rules. If you are in a different country, it does not count. What happens overseas stays overseas. You told on yourself. Shouldn't have done that. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. That counts as a different country as well. As long as it's not, hey, different country doesn't count. I kid. Listen. I kid. I'm joking. I'm joking. It's a joke.
You know, it's all about me right now. So at that time, I enjoyed it. But yeah, as soon as I got back, I just felt so guilty. Man, you know, you high and then it went like low.
Yeah, I enjoyed it in the process because one, my boyfriend at the time was 2,000 miles away. And here's my best friend's cousin who is right here and open and willing. And I was like,
every guy is open and willing. Not every guy, but like, I'm not. I'm a child of God, but still, regardless.
fuck it, let's go.
I actually cheated on somebody. I was in a long distance relationship. I didn't cheat on the person like through sex. It was something totally different. I just considered other things as cheating. I did not enjoy it, no. It was like with a friend from like middle school. He like hit me up. I was like, how you doing? Okay, let's go hang out. What's happening? So.
Prediction, she's been with somebody who considers a lot of things to be cheating, and probably scared her into realizing like, well, now I'm gonna hide it. There's a whole big thing about like, if you have to hide it from your partner, it's cheating. Nah, because if your partner crazy and you didn't realize your partner was so crazy, full of insecurities and jealous and whatnot, and you just trying to keep the peace, or it's not the best time, or whatever else, or you have your beliefs and you realize it contradicts, well, like, there's exceptions to the rule. Like, don't think just because you hide it that means you're cheating. Although you can't cheat without hiding it, you know what I mean? Well, I guess you can, but like,
no, I didn't enjoy it, and
you didn't enjoy
really
the moment.
horrible.
Like, you didn't enjoy like actually being with the person.
No.
Not at all from the very beginning.
It just like if you like let things happen, I just let it happen. I'm just like, oh my god, no.
that boy's a menace. That boy's like, you don't want to do it again. You don't. How could you possibly not enjoy it? Like, Like, I want to go do it right now. Matter of fact, like, I'm in a relationship right. I literally got in a relationship just so I could come to this show just to cheat. What do you mean? What do you mean you didn't even enjoy it? Not even a little bit. That's crazy.
Then why didn't you stop? Why didn't you say, no, I don't want to do this?
Yeah. That might have been like my lift's outside, gotta go. Yeah, at that point.
And like he was like my ride, so I couldn't like
My lift is outside.
I couldn't. Yeah, no.
Once a cheater, always a cheater. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, everybody who said agree, you guys can't see it because of the thing, but there's a poll. It says agree or disagree. But everybody that says agree is probably just people who've been cheated on. I would say I disagree. I believe there's change for everybody. Everybody has an opportunity to reform and be something different. However, I also expect that people who have, like, if you keep doing it, you produce habits. And then eventually, it's one thing if you cheat, it's another thing if you're a cheater. And the difference is one person cheated, another one is someone is continuously cheating. You're building habits regardless of if you feel bad about it or not. No matter how much I don't like basketball, if I go to basketball practice every day for 10 years, I'm a basketball player. If I'm putting effort into skills, whether I want them or not, I am becoming that. So regardless of if I feel bad about it though, so I don't think that I'm a cheater. You just don't like a negative label. That's all that you don't like.
I'd say I strongly disagree with this saying, simply because people change, people grow up, people learn things. Just because I did this one bad thing when I was like, let's say 15, doesn't mean that it should haunt me for the rest of my adulthood.
Once a cheater, always a cheater.
That's facts, because I think a lot of times people, like high school wasn't that long ago for most people, for my age. You know, like I'm 24, right? High school and college was not that long ago, and honestly, you're still trying to find yourself. You're not even thinking about settling down. You don't know where you're going to be. You don't know where you're going to work. You don't know where you're going to settle down. You're just like trying to have fun. So like, if like, again, like she said, like, it doesn't really matter. Not saying it doesn't matter. Like, you can still hurt people at young ages, but it definitely is, it shouldn't define you for the rest of your life.
Okay, no, not really. I've been in several long-term relationships where like I've cheated from the very beginning into the very end of the relationship. And you guys are saying like I cheated one time when I was 15 or some shit like that. I'm like, oh, you guys are awesome.
He a cheater.
Straight boy shit. So like I was straight up. So like what I was doing wasn't truly who I was. It was a defense mechanism. I have these strong emotions towards my partner. I really wish that they would listen to me. They're not, and so I'm just going to go and do something that makes me feel better. So I don't think that once a cheater, always a cheater, but I do, on the other hand, always tell every partner that I've been with about my habits and what I've done in the past. I share it openly because I think it's something that should be shared more often, because we're not the only people that cheat. People watching this stuff are also cheaters.
I would be willing.
I'm not a cheater. Let the record show I am not a cheater. I would just like that to be known. I have never cheated, never going to cheat, and I'm not a cheater. So just because I'm watching this, am I fighting this too hard? Am I push play, hurry, hey.
To forgive someone if they cheated on me. 3, 2, 1, go.
Just because of the simple fact that I told my boyfriend at the time that I cheated on him, and then he forgave me. But then these things start happening where he's like, oh, but like, what's up? Where are you going? I'm like, oh, I'm going to a party. He's like, oh, boys are going to be there, huh? I'm just like, why?
Yeah, but that's the consequence, yo. That's the thing that people don't understand. Like, people say, well, you forgive me, right? You should. The thing about it, and keep in mind, it takes strength to forgive and to move on. And to trust again. If you don't trust your partner in a relationship, that's not a relationship. Like, I can have friends and not trust my friends with certain things. Like, there's some friends that I got that I'm like, I'm not telling you about my feelings. I'm not telling you about my love interest. I'm not telling you about this. I'll talk to you about 2K, but I ain't about to tell you about this. when you're in a relationship with somebody, that's usually means like I want to share my vulnerable side with you, right? And what that means is essentially that if I can't trust you, not even just to what you're doing, I can't trust you with my feelings, emotions, and other things, right? So like, but that's the consequence when you cheat. When you cheat, you've proven that you have the capability of being disloyal. That is what you have proven. So it is not their fault exactly for the fact that you are now a suspect if something comes up, and that whatever you do is now looked at as more suspicious. But like, if you don't cheat, and this is how I feel, because I haven't cheated. I say once more, I have not cheated. I expect full immunity. I go out when I want to. I go out with who I want to go out with. I don't care how late it is. I don't care what it is that we doing. I ain't a cheater. Haven't cheated, ain't gonna cheat. I demand to be treated as such. Now, if you've cheated, hey, you gotta roll with the punches that life give you, because you don't got a perfect record.
It just makes me want to like just go back to what I was doing.
You
Let me
have,
just hop. Like I can't.
No faith or trust.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
Me.
The
Like,
trust,
that's-
trust after was gone. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm fine. We're fine. Like, no,
Yeah.
we're not, because you're not emotionally, mentally like, oh, I'm like, we're done.
Right.
It wasn't done. So after that, I broke up with him, and I was like, no, I'm not going to be that person who just like, oh, you cheated. Bye. I'm not going to be like that mentally or physically. I'm just going to be like, no, we're going to work this out.
If it was the other way around, I still would have been begging at his knees to be with me because of how much I was in love with him. And I still forgive him for what he's done to me. And if anybody were to do that later on, I'd be like, hey, I've done it too.
3 out of the 4 relationships I was in,
She's
was a
insecure,
cheater,
I can feel
but
it.
On that last one, I got cheated on. Cheating all throughout that first year. Second year, same thing through that. I forgave him for all of it. I was still the one begging him to be with me. So I like tried. I said I forgave him for that, but I didn't really. I still have a lot of hate in my heart for that. But would I let the next person do that? Hell no. Like, what do you mean I'm gonna get to know you just for you to do all of that stuff? Like, that's why we learn from our past mistakes,
Which I agree. Like, I think she's being pretty real right now. Like, she's talking about how, like, in the moment and in the relationship in which I first experienced, like, real feelings and whatever else, I would go back. I would do. But, like, once I got out of that toxicity, you know, like, you move on. That's what you're supposed to do. And no, I'm not going into any future relationships with the stigma that, like, yo, cheating's okay. Or at least, like, I would be okay. Like, I will forgive. Like, no, you should go in with more precedents set. Otherwise, that's the difference. All an ultimatum is a precedent that should have been set from the very beginning. Hey, cheat on me, we're done. I don't care if we're engaged. I don't care if we're married. I don't care if we just started dating. Cheat on me, and it's veto. That's it. And that's it. And most people will not have a problem with that. If they have a problem with that already, then what are you doing? Like, cheating is not hard. It is not hard. Don't do it. It's as simple as that.
me being a hypocrite because I did the same mistake over and over again.
You changed?
Yeah.
Oh.
Only because, before I cheated, I would have actually been all the way back there. And then I came here because I hold grudges. So, I mean, I will be more understanding to a person if they cheated on me because I did it. But it would be really hard for me to let it go because I would always replay it in my head. For me, actually, the person I cheated on, we're still together. We're getting married next month.
I was gonna ask you about that. Congrats.
Yeah, so he forgave me big time,
How did you
obviously.
find out? So you cheated with him overseas?
Yes. At first, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna just break it off, not say anything. But he was so willing to fix whatever was going on, and he was like, I don't know what's going on. What can I do to fix it? And I was like, this is just what's going on. This is what I have in my head. Like, I'm on.
See, like, I respect simps like this. I mean, men like this, yo. For real though, like that's a talk, guys. But I know a lot of good people, kind-hearted people who are able to do that. Personally, I come off that way. Like, I've been cheated on, but the thing is, for me, I believe in karma. Like, I believe that you'll get what you give, you know? So, I mean, if you betray me, it's not necessarily my responsibility to make sure that I gotta get you back or whatever the case may be. And also, I guard my heart. So, you know, that being said, anybody who's ever cheated on me, it was never like that serious anyway. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, I was gonna give you the world. It was like, oh, really? That's cool. You don't care? No, sweetie, I don't. They're like, oh my gosh, you're so sweet. And I'm like, no, I don't care about you. Deuces, you feel me? All right, let's get back to it. I'm sorry.
Unhappy. I think we should go to counseling and stuff. And so we did, and we're more honest and open with each other, and we were able to work it out.
Cheating is always wrong.
I'ma save us some time. Yes. Everybody should be strongly agree. If anybody has anything else other than say, then cheating is always wrong. We're exiting out the video. I don't want to hear your opinion.
1, 2, go. 1, go.
This is silly. I hate this. I hate it here.
It's not always wrong, because what if that person that your relationship with is toxic? You're just okay, I have an excuse to
Then leave
cheat on
them.
this person.
Then leave them.
It's not more of an excuse to break up with the person.
Exactly.
I know, but you still have benefits with that person too. You know what I'm saying? You're in this relationship, and then you're you have benefits.
You're codependent. That's your fault.
Right? It's
Yes.
this is one of the things I'm why I'm afraid of marriage. It's in some ways, it's what if shit goes super south, and I can't just undo this. This is not just a break up.
I am a firm believer that
That's what marriage means, to work through it. I'm sorry, y'all. That's what marriage
How
is.
horrible somebody can be. I don't think anybody on this planet deserves to be cheated on. I wanted to believe I had good reason, but I didn't, even though he called me a dumb bitch every other sentence. And I was the most ugly and stupid person that he's ever met.
You still want to be with him?
I only exist to send him nudes.
Hey,
Like,
hey, not that it's that important, but I definitely called it that she's extremely insecure. But ladies, never let a man talk to you this way. If you are in a codependent relationship or a relationship in which, they pay my rent and whatever, do whatever you can to get out of there. Have respect for yourself. You're supposed to love yourself first, then love others. Love others as yourself. That's what the Bible says. Regardless if you're religious or not, just know that it is imperative that you learn to love yourself. Otherwise, no one will ever be able to love you the way that you need to be loved. Because if you don't know how you're supposed to be loved, how is somebody else going to know how you're supposed to be loved? Or even want to love you if you don't want to love yourself? You feel me? So, hey, if you have insecurity issues or something this badly, where people are calling you out of your name, this disrespectfully, whatever, that's not normal. It's not normal. For some of y'all, it is, because y'all be in toxic relationships, then y'all date each other's best friends who are just as toxic. It's silly to me. But other than that, guys, have self-respect for yourself. That's the end of this video. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Is cheating cool? Have you guys cheated? Would you cheat? How do y'all feel about cheating? Do you think that, cheaters win? Do you think if you cheat, you should tell somebody? Go ahead and let me know in the comments how you feel, all right? Make sure you click this video right here. There's going to be a video right here. Make sure you click that, because this is going to be important. It's probably not going to be that important, but I want you to watch it because it helps me out, and I love you. I'll link your... I'm going to stop talking. But just click this video.